Hello, what does faith and inflation have in common? Today and in the future, and how this affects your life. You can run, but you cannot hide from faith, from inflation, and life after death. Welcome to a new episode regarding future, from Emil Truthman Visionary Talks. In the diagram of this video, we have 4 lines, the lifetime with 2 lines with the years when you start something, the line of the growth of faith, and the growth of inflation line. The first thing that faith and inflation have in common is the moment when you start understanding and choose to live through faith, and the moment when you start learning about money and understand words like inflation, cash flow, and debts. The sooner you start in life, the better for you, growing spiritual, growing wealth, growing in wisdom and knowledge, plus life experiences. I began going to church, believe and study the faith, when I was 16 years old. Now I have more than 20 years of faith experience and many moments with God, miracles. I met inflation in the economic crisis of 2008, at age of 23, now I have almost 15 years of financial education and experiences with inflation. Why all these? Because when you begin and continue something you move forward in time, and things accumulate, becoming greater over a period of time. In the line of lifespan you have the age from 0 to 80 years old. I am talking about that faith, for example, in the Christian faith where you believe in things that only God can do, and humans, math and science cannot explain, brain cannot understand. In the book of Hebrews chapter 11 is written, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." The inflation is the unseen thing that grows prices and make problems to world's economy and to your finances, a general increase in prices and fall in the purchasing value of money. The second thing that faith and inflation have common is 2 moments in life. In faith, is the moment when you decide using your own free will to become a Christian believer. Having the free will means the power of acting without the constraint of necessity or fate. The second moment in life is when you have a desire, a life problem, you need a miracle, and you need to believe in God, and you have or don't have faith, maybe a life test of any human, and if you are a believer with years of experience through faith, you are saved whatever happens. The 2 moments when you encounter inflation in life are these: when you want to buy something, and that thing is very very expensive, overpriced, not affordable for you. The second moment when you encounter inflation is when you want to sell something, and you want to make big money, and because of inflation, no one is buying. A short example of inflation: a house that last year was $1 million, this year costs $1.5 million, you didn't buy it. If you wanted to build a house, last year, you've had $1 million budget, this year because of rising costs of building materials and the shortage of workers, the same house costs $2 million to be built. The third fact regarding faith and inflation is the reward. Many things can be solved, understand, and to be done only through faith in God, through believing and living through faith. To trust God and not other people's promises. And the last reward, to reserve a ticket for a place in heaven. For the inflation, the reward is a better life and maybe wealth, if you understand and play the inflation game well. You buy useful things that can grow in value because of inflation, and you sell them or use them to create other things with higher value. You don't keep the money cash, you invest them. Inflation is getting obese through eating everyone's money, savings, and hopes. In the diagram, I wrote the age of 40 years, the age I will retire from the conventional working program and invest everything I learn, I did, and became until now, in family, in teaching, giving back to society, and inspire people to prepare for the future, or they will be eaten by unexpected. Regarding the inflation, the future is expensive, and the signs, the taxes, faith, and human values, are mixed in the new society we are creating, surviving crises after crises and equalizing poverty, as I said in my previous episode. How much will grow inflation? Nobody knows. The problems are many, from the cost of producing something, the less specialized workers, to bigger prices of energy and main materials, to less power of buying from the customers, plus the greed of some people to make huge profits. In the description of this video you will find 2 links to videos about inflation and faith in Upload, my other videos. Keep an eye open on inflation, start growing your soul through faith. Thank for listening, stay safe.